Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we got a blast from the past, let's say. We got a quick concept of my iterations of frogs. It's a bit different to what I've seen before. It's like my previous one, but it's a bit more updated for the current format. So let's just quickly run through it and see if you guys enjoy it. So of course we play 3 swap, 3 dupe, and 2 Ronin. This is a standard frog lineup was been like that for, it feels like years now. That's all you need, you don't need any more, any less. In my variant, I'm playing triple tour guide and 1 Sangan. Get a little bit of a 2011 vibes here from everything I've seen going around, but the whole process with this is, tour guide gets you Sangan, Sangan gets you a search. Say if you open up tour guide Sangan, and that is crazy because you can go tour guide gets Sangan, link them 2 off, Sangan gets dupe frog, pitch dupe, special swap, swap then sends Ronin, and then Ronin banishes dupe, and then you make your toad, and you can have a link 2 as well. And when we get into it, we'll show the link 2, which I make, which causes you to have so many pluses. And if you already have your frog engine online, or if you don't have a swap, you can search the swap for next turn. Or if you feel like you need it, you can also search Ash. I only play 1 hand trap in this, in the main deck for this, which is Ash, just because it's the most versatile one, I'd say. It's not the best, but it hits everything in some way, shape or form. If you want to, you can play like 3 different 2-ofs, just so you can have more versatility of what you search from Sangan, but Ash is fine for me. Then this is a link to we make Verte. We go into Dragoon, because Dragoon good card. We play 3 pot just for consistency's sake, and I paid a lot of money for these and I don't actually want to use them instead of just have them sit pretty in my binder. Very good card, should be worth, it should cost a lot more than they do. That's how good they are. Then moving on to a traps. Play 2 torrential. I don't have any Fury of Kaiushin, I don't think. But if I did, I'll probably only play like 1 or 2 copies of it. I don't think it's the greatest card in the world. I think it's good, don't get me wrong, but I'll probably only play like a 2-2 ratio. Yeah, this whole Paleozoic Frog deck, I want to play more of a mid-range between monster and trap sort of control deck, like how I play my Burning Abyss, where you have about 2 or 3 interruptions from the monsters and 1 to 2 interruptions from the traps. So then it's a lot harder to side for this deck, where beforehand, if you just have a red reboot and a way to kill your opponent, that's game, no matter what. Whereas in this variant, it's a lot easier to then have like a Toad or a Dragoon on the field, so the red reboot sometimes just isn't enough. So it means that you're safe from more things. Then you've got the 3 Ice Dragon's Prison, the best trap in the format. If you're playing this deck, play 3 of this, you need it. Super good in this format and probably will be for the foreseeable future. Paleozoics, we play 3 Dino, 2 Canadia, and 2 Onoides. I've been here and there with this card because I don't like it in Paleozoic Frog. It just doesn't feel nice going for the 2 for 1. But it's decent enough where I can just save a random trap in a hand, which I've got 2 of or whatever. It's whatever, it's a good card. Book of Moon, I'm not too sure about it. I'd have to do more testing to see about it in the future, but it feels nice enough at 2. I mean, 2 Onoides. Every deck this format actually plays somewhat of a spell and trap lineup. If it's for their field spell, if it's for setting their fusion spells for the next turn, if it's just setting traps. The Onoides is kind of nice. Maybe put bumps up to 3 if you want to, but I think 2 is fine. And then you have 3 trap trick to search all your traps. You haven't got too many, so I'll probably bump this down to 2 in the future. And then just play, say, the 3rd torrential or a 3rd Onoides. Like I said, this is just here for you guys to see what I would play, and then just build on that. As just to give you some more inspiration about the deck, because it is different to what I've seen other people play. Then I play 3 strike, 1 order. Strike is the only counter trap I would say play in the main, because this card can help break boards so easily. especially if you partner up with something like a torrential. Against Dragon Link, you go torrential. If they go chain savage, you go chain strike. Then the whole board's gone, and you can start plussing off of your interactions with your traps and your frogs. And it's also it's sad, but it's a counter trap in a sense that your Paleozoics don't chain to it, but it's such a good card you can't really not play it. And Order is just a win button. If you're playing any sort of trap deck, just play Order. It's insane. I believe that's 40 cards. In the extra deck, we now play Free Toad because this is now at 3p. Should have went to 1 in the first place, but it's here and it's staying. Play 1 Opalbinia. I kind of like this just as a second option for your rank 2s. Another option would be Sky something Cavalier. I think that bounces a card. That's a decent option as well, but I like the search ability for this. I'm gonna play Downard. Downard's here because you make Zeus. If you go Toad in your turn, or in their turn and in your turn, and then this Toad has no materials. So say you attack with it and you can't get game that turn, which is unlikely, but it can happen. You can go into Downard, into Zeus, send 2, and then add something back with Toad. If you don't even negate, that is, but Zeus is very strong. Then going to the links, we got Link Spider because all Paleozoics are normal monsters and you kind of want effect monsters. Link 2s, we got IP, either the Water Charmer, an enemy, fuck it hell, I'm finding Nemo, an enemy, and Verte Anaconda. Very good for making Dragoon, nice for extending more of the frogs, just a very strong generic Link 2, and then Masquerena is like a backup option if you really need to, a turn 3 play, or it helps you Link climb into your bigger Link monsters and also give them protection. Then 1 Link 3, play Unicorn because it's nice just to go into, because you do play Access Code Talker, makes this guy 1k bigger, and you can just discard any random trap which you don't need. It's also nice to go into off of IP, just so you can interrupt your opponent on their turn with that. Another Link 4 we play is Avamax. Hard to deal with if you summon it with IP. It's not impossible, but it's hard to deal with. And those are my 2 Link 4s because they kind of cover everything. Access Code Talker for game, Avamax if you want to just wall up a bit more. And then the main guy of the format, good old Big Daddy Dragoon. Something has to happen to this engine, I think at some point. For the time being it's still legal, so might as well exploit it while we can. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Very quick one again today. So this is my rendition of Paleozoic Frog. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to bed. I love you and good night.